So hey guys, welcome back. This is Alok and I hope you all are doing extremely well. So today we are going to solve again Geeks for Geeks problem, and this is problem 30 again and part of the series. So here's the problem. The problem name is next greater element. Let's see what's the problem is actually. Okay, so the problem statement is, let me read it for you. Given an array of size and having distinct element, the task is to find the next greater element for each element of the array in order of their appearance in the array. Okay, next greater element of an element in the array is the nearest element on the right, which is greater than the current element. If there does not exist next greater of current element, then the next greater of current element is going to be -1. Okay, so I hope you understand. Let me tell you why are using some test cases or examples we can say. Okay, let's discuss this one. So that what's problem statement is saying actually, you are given this array and you need to return the array which is having the next greater element of that particular index, such as like, this is the one. What is the next greater element in this array for this one? Obviously this is, which is right next to it. Okay, so for this there's gonna be 3. For 3, is it the greater? No, this is the greater, so 3 is gonna be 4, and for 2 it is also gonna be 4. As mentioned over here, if there is nothing, you have to return -1. So for 4 we are not having anything after that, so we are going to return -1. So this is the array eventually we need to return. So yeah, got it. So I don't think it is hard to understand the problem statement. I mean, okay. So let's try to solve this problem. Okay. So initially, what should come in your brain first is just the brute force. Okay. So while doing the brute force, what you can do in this for this array, you can check for everyone, nah? Like as let's do it with 6, 8, 0, 1, 3. Okay. Let's try to apply brute force on this. Okay. What you can do for 6, check until you are not check for the remaining elements until you are not going to get something which is greater than 6. Okay, so let's check, is 8 greater than 6? Obviously, so we got it very first, so let's write it down and update the array. Again, move your pointer to here. Okay, now what you need to do, check for the 8. It's the same, like for the remaining part of the array you need to check, is there anything greater than 8? So here we can see there's nothing greater than 8. Okay, so what you can do, return -1. Okay, there's nothing greater than 8 in this array after that, so we have to return -1. Okay, let's check for the 0. Okay, we done with this and this. Check for the 0. Is there anything after 0 which is greater than 0? Yeah, there is one which is greater than 0, so we have to return -1 here. And now move the pointer, and is there anything which is greater than 1 after this? Yeah, there is 3. Okay, similarly in the 3, like this is the last element, always you need to return -1 as there is nothing after last element. Got it? So this is the answer should be there. So let's check, 8 -1 1, 3 -1 8 -1 3. Exactly. So I hope you got the brute force. This is very easy. Like you need to make 2 for loops. First is gonna traverse the complete array, and second one is gonna traverse after part. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, let's we are going to solve this problem. What you can do, let's try to make an answer variable. Okay, or answer vector. We can return vector here, vector of long. Okay, let's say answer. And now, just as I told you, run the nested for loop. I equals to 0 to, okay, or j is equals to I plus 1. We need to check for that from the next element. Okay, and j is less than n, j plus plus. Okay, now what you can do, you just need to check, is this particular element is greater than the next element? So we need to check for the next element and we need to store it in the array. Okay, so let's check if a rr at I, is it less than at I, is it less than a rr at j? If it is less than, then you need to update in what? A answer at I is gonna be arr at j. Okay, that you need to update. And right after that, okay, what is gonna be, like first you update with this, and what if there is something else which is greater than 8? It will gonna update with that too. So we need to break right after when we get the first value. Okay, then break it. Okay, now we updated it. Let's create the answer variable with some value. Okay, it should be of size n, and everything is initialized as -1, because if there is nothing now, we need to insert -1 at instead of that. Okay, so we are not going to modify this already, like values not got changed. Okay, so eventually what we need to return answer. Okay, let's check. This is a simple brute force. Let's try to check it. Is it working or not? Okay, let's compilation. I didn't initialize j. Let's say initialized. Okay, so yeah, it is working. So what we have to do, like obviously it is not gonna work because it is n square complexity time complexity which is taken, and as we have given in the question, which that is O of n, we need to do it O of n, and it is taking tends to n square, which is because we are using the nested for loops. Okay, so like is there any chance we can optimize it? Obviously there is. So before that I will tell you, like, is it not gonna sum, like this is not gonna submit. So let's tell you like till how long it is gonna be accepted. Okay, so till 108 it is accepting. Other for other cases, remaining cases, we are getting a time limit exceeded error. So what else we can do? So as we have given, we can use extra space. So let's try to think of something with the extra space. So can we use a stack array queue? Okay, so first we come up with that stack. So let's check what we are doing. We are actually doing checking for that every next element now. So what we can maintain a stack for doing the same job. Okay, so this is how we are not going to traverse again and again. We are going to traverse for the stack only. Okay, a stack is having limited elements. If we are having something greater than that, we will gonna store in that stack, otherwise we will not. Okay, so let me tell you. So optimized approach is gonna be like using stack, as I told you. So if you try to do this, so let's create a stack. I'm telling you, stack of long and long to be in the safer side. Okay, now what I need to do, just replace this code which is running inside the for loop, because we don't need, we cannot apply, there is nested for loop, no? So what else we can do? We can use stack having limited element in it, which is not gonna till n times. So let's do it. So it is gonna be something as, okay, so here I pasted, I already did it. So this, like we are going to run the for loop, like initially stack is empty. Okay, so we are applying the for loop until it's gonna empty. So at the first iteration it is not gonna run. Okay, so it is gonna be at this position, and now I is gonna be inserted inside the stack. Okay, so I is 0 initially, so 0 is inserted in the stack. Let me tell you via dry run you. Okay, dry run for you 2 and 4. Okay, initially I was 0, so this is not gonna run because stack is also empty. So stack will be having 0. Okay, now stack is having something, so let's check if ar at I is greater than ar at s dot top. So ar at s dot top means 1, ar at I it means 3. Okay, so is this thing greater than this? So yeah, it is. So what we are going to do, answer dot answer, like answer is the variable, that vector that we designed for returning the answer. Okay, so as you top, which is this thing only. Okay, sorry, I made it wrong, I guess. No, actually it is right. So as at the index, at the initial index, at the zeroth index, what is going to be updated is array I, which is 3. Okay, okay, at 0th index 3 is going to be updated because 3 is greater than 1. Similarly, we will go next time, this we will pop out this value, and stack will again empty, and again we are coming, stack is not having anything, but iter is now pointing to 2, and now we are going to push that I, which is 2 0 1 2. Okay, which is 2, pushed in stack, and now checking again, is 2 greater than 4. So yeah, and like is 2 less than 4? Yeah, it is. So we are going to again update the value, and now pop the element which is inside the queue, and again I is going to be increased, which is going to be 5, and this is how we will end up with it, inserting this one as which is already be applied. Okay, so I hope you got this solution, and this was the like to complete intuition. If you didn't get it, please tell me in the comment, and yeah, that's it for this video. So as you can see, it is, I'm going to submit it. It should be run. It indeed run. Yeah, it is working. So yeah, that's it for this video. Bye bye, have a great day.